What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Fishy Mike? I'm just getting things set up, so I'm gonna let you guys look at some fish while we set things up, okay? What's going on, Fish Easy? What's going on, Ebor? Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening. What's going on, Shady Grady? Alright, you guys look at the fish for a second. I'll be back in like 5 seconds. I'm gonna turn the camera on and show you guys the room. I'm testing out a new tripod. So, what's going on, Sandy? What's going on, Craig? What's going on, Greg Adams? So I figured we're gonna start here because this is the first room in the house, so also named room number 1. I really like this tank. You guys should check this tank out. This is one of my favorite tanks. This is our community tank. What's going on, Joe? Thanks, Craig. Whoa, there's 17 people watching right now. Let's see some thumbs up, guys and girls. What's going on, Joe? So those are green neon tetras. Okay, let's start feeding. Let's start feeding here. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through the whole house and we're gonna feed all the tanks, minus a few tanks. Basically, this is what I do every morning before I leave to work. So you guys will get to see like how long it actually takes. What's going on, B-Boy Graphics? Welcome back. You've been a member before, but thank you for becoming a member again. Esgeri Nona, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so this is what I do every morning when I wake up. Okay? So before I go to work. So if I have to leave my house, this amount of time has to be taken to feed all the fish. And these guys get Dr. Basileir. So put a little bit of Basileir for these guys, pretty much twice a day. Just did that. Watch those eat, and I'll get some brine shrimp ready for the baby fishes. You can see them eating, sort of. They're camera shy. There we go. So they're all eating. Okay. So basically, I move on throughout the room. Whoever gets Basileir gets Basileir. So this tank is getting torn down. All these tanks you're seeing here, but there is fish in here currently. So we gotta feed those fish. There's breeding Sevilla loaches. So I just put some food for them. Move around. Got some placos in here. Again, food for them and move about. Nice, that's amazing, Craig. So there's some 134s in this tank. I'm gonna try to move the camera. There we go. The light's not on right now, but we gotta give them some food. Give them some Basileir. Usually these guys get Discus D50 by Tropical or Tropical. So it's a really nice food and the fish really like it. But I just threw some Basileir just right now, just because that's what I'm feeding right now. Especially in the mornings when I'm in a rush, everybody just kind of gets the same thing, more or less. Okay, got some Select Angels. So these are fish I picked out to go out for myself to pick out pairs and also to send to Montreal. I think Leo just asked a question. Isn't scuds the same thing as freshwater sponges? No, they're different. Well, what is the difference? Spotted Congo puffers are awesome. All right, so scuds are more like a crustacean, and the sponge is a different type of organism. It's an all different thing, all in its own. Okay, so that's the fish up here that gets Basileir essentially. Everybody else is gonna get a different food, so we'll go grab that and check out these baby fish whilst I go grab the food. This is pretty cool. Okay, I got some different food now, which is our D50. So the parent fish here get some of that. Ta-da! Gave them a couple of pellets. Okay, let's look at them eating. They're going nuts on the food. And moving on, we got a pair of Platinum Angels. Let's feed those bad boys. There we go. Fed them. They're eating. Turn around. Down here, we got. I'm trying to move the camera. There we go. Sorry about the shakiness. Okay, got some more fish. Got some Plecos, L199 gold line, gold zebra Plecos, and some red angels. So just fed those guys and girls. Let's try to zoom in and look at some of the Plecos. They're pretty nice actually. The Plecos in here are quite nice. I did have a pH crash in here recently, so I'm kind of sad about that, but I got a pH meter, so we are in a better place. What's going on, Nonstop Aquatics? What's going on, Sheller Aquatics? What's going on, Jonathan Clement Walker? Or Jonathan Walker Clement? Got you broadcast on my 50-inch flat screen. Nice. Yeah, Jonathan's my boy. Like he's actually been to this house. Last time he was here, he wanted a pair of these angels. He saw them and he's like, "Yo, $300, I'll take them right now." They have babies right now, actually. So, all right. So we just fed those ones. Move around. We're gonna feed these guys and girls real quickly. These tanks are coming down just to be moved over. They need to be moved forward a few inches. So I'm carrying everything down just to move it over. And there's a lot of work to do here every day. There's some nice angelfish in this tank. I try not to get my hands oily. This new tripod has a lot of oil. So I got some pearl scale, gold angels in there. Got 4 males, big guys. They're really nice. See? Really big. I know. You know what? I have a pair for you. I'll give you a pair. We'll work out something. I'll give you a pair. What's going on, Joe? How you doing, bro? How come you're not add as a moderator? There we go. Yeah. I was like, why is Joe not a mod? There we are. What's going on, Michael Shaw? Oh my god, don't even talk to me about Ultims. One of mine just jammed into a glass and died the other day, and I'm heartbroken. I can't even, like, no. Alright, let's turn around. Let's look at this pair. They're quite nice, actually. So this is one of my favorite females. She's actually quite nice. This girl right here. That's her great great grandson. So I crossed them together just because they were such a perfect match, and they're such great parents. So she's a happy girl. And that's all their babies from this time. But we have tanks full of their babies downstairs. They breed quite regularly. These two breed quite a bit of nice looking fish too. We'll look at some of their babies in a second. So these are babies from a different pair. So let's look at those real quickly while we feed them. Feeding something different to these guys right now. We're feeding Aqua Malik Special. It's actually decapsulated brine shrimp. There we go. Just threw a bunch of decapsulated brine shrimp. If you like this type of content, give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out quite a bit. If you're watching this on the replay, comment and let me know you're part of the replay crew. There's 29 of you guys watching. I need to see 29 thumbs up. What's going on, Joe Costa? The amount of angels in your house is insane. The quality and quantity will blow anyone's mind away. We sell to pet stores. Oh, okay. Yes, announcement time. You know what? I forgot to do this. I was supposed to do this before I started the video. Okay, if you are in the Greater Toronto area, okay, I need everybody in the GTA. If you want these fish that you're seeing here in this video through the house, you want to buy these fish, you go to Brampton Big Al's, okay? Tell them I sent you. They have my fish in stock. They have our discus, they have our rams, they have our angels, they have our lucipinus. They pretty much, they also have our maculopinus. So those beautiful firemouths we'll see in a bit. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fish. They have those in stock also. So go to Brampton Big Al's. You can buy all of our fish there. You can also find our fish. You want black rams? You go to Tails and Scales downtown. 2665, I believe, is Dundas Street West. But it's on Dundas Street West. It's downtown Toronto. Tails and Scales, they have black rams from us. They have gold rams from us. That's the only store that has black rams from us right now. If you also want black rams, the Six Aquatics is getting a big amount of them from us. So contact the Six Aquatics for black rams from us. Also, if you want any of our Super Red Ancestors, both Brampton Big Al's and Tails and Scales has those. And also Aquatropics, which is also downtown, which is on 473D 473D Rogers Road. You guys can get our angelfish, our rams, our Lucy's, and everything else there. As well, you can go to, if you're in Scarborough or Markham, we supply the whole city right now, okay? You want our fish, you can get them at Dragon King Aquarium in Markham. and also Scarborough Big Al's. So if you're in Scarborough, you can go to Scarborough Big Al's. You can go get our fish, and you can also go to Dragon King in Markham, which is at Kennedy and Steeles, or Midland and Steeles essentially, across the street from Pacific Mall. You can go grab our fish there. Our angel fish are available at Dragon King. Also, if you have a local pet store in Toronto that I've not mentioned right now, go to them and tell them, because I'll probably send them lists and stuff, and I'll probably call them, tell them they need to buy our fish and stock it so you can buy it from their store. If it's your favorite store, tell them this is what you need to do. Contact Aquamalik, get our fish, okay? All right, now back to regular schedule programming. We're gonna go back to feeding fish. Sorry, I promised all these people that I'm gonna do that. Who has the L46? Just me, ML McDougall. Just me. Right now, just me. And also the Six Aquatics, contact him or myself. And also Michael. Okay, so we fed everybody in this room. Basically, actually, I forgot to feed one tank. So whilst we're doing that, here we go. You guys look at the fish. Sorry, I had to advertise. So those are the stores that carry our fish. Essentially, you can go to any of those places and buy any of the fish you're seeing here. And if they don't have them in stock, you ask them to get that fish in stock, because some of the stores are a little reluctant, especially with some of the more expensive fish, like discus and stuff. They're like, yo, we don't want to carry something super expensive. Thank you, Sheller Aquatics. Well, I'm in the Greater Toronto. Okay, that's the view of that room. So this is room number 1. Okay, it's more or less, it's not complete. None of the rooms are complete yet, but we are getting there. And this is room number 2. Okay, so it's not done yet, but this side is pretty complete. The air loop needs to complete around. I have the skeleton done. Just have to connect the wiring or the hosing. And we got the tanks on this side already running. So let's feed those bad babies. Right? Let me try to bring the camera up or down. Actually, let's bring it down first. Let's feed the bottom row. So I usually just go around and feed everybody. These tanks are quite easy to feed. It's just pretty straightforward. 1 pair of fish per tank. So got our Danton pair here. Okay, so let's throw some food for them. There you go. Pretty easy, straightforward. Very basic tanks. Pair of fish, a piece of slate, a tile essentially, and Princess, my dog is right by the camera, and a sponge filter. So pretty basic. Okay. The tank beside it has an X marked on it, which means there's babies or eggs in the tank. So this tank has eggs. Actually, they've hatched already, so there's a bunch of babies. I'll try to get that on camera for you guys and girls. But there's the fish. There's the mama. Okay, Princess, move. Come on, Baba. Come on. Okay, so there's the mama fish. And the papa fish is in the back with the eggs and stuff. And then moving over, I have a pair of red cap angels. These are one of my favorite fish. These two right here. They're very nice. They produce very good looking red cap and pretty much about 75% coverage red kois. Very, very good looking fish. They produce very nice babies. So very happy about these 2 fish right here. And they got some food. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. And moving over, we got another pair of blue seal pointers. There we go. Threw some food for them. There they come. My dog's freaking out the fish right now. So these tanks we're still working on. I need to get lids for these. Lids are not cheap, so it's getting there. Okay, moving around. Got more angels. Got a lot of angels. All these tanks are basically populated with pairs of angels. Essentially, these 16 tanks. There's babies in this tank as well. So they've actually, they moved them back. So they're on the slate. Let me try to get that on focus for you guys. There they are. There we go. So, see, nice little batch. And there's a huge batch on this slate here. So I'm pretty happy about this. Very excited for these actually. And there's also eggs over here. Very excited for these. I think they're gonna hatch tomorrow. So very nice big batch. Platinum pearl scales. Second time they spawned, they did really well. Good parents too. So proven pair now. All these are proven pairs. I'm gonna sell some of these pairs. We have like, I think about 30 pairs of these platinums. So I'm gonna sell a good amount for good prices, obviously. And I do also have quite a bit of these red pairs. So I'm gonna sell a couple of pairs of those as well. This is the pair that Jonathan really likes. I haven't decided to sell them yet, but if he makes me a proper offer, you know, I don't mind. So just putting that out there. I like this female and this male. I don't know if I want to sell them, just because they produce really, really nice long fin, full coverage babies and really nice red caps. Like I'll show you some of their babies. They're really nice. This pair is really nice. I really like that pair. But I mean, for the right price, I don't mind giving them up also. And they're young pair also, so very nice. Long fin red male to a short fin red female. So yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Seagulls from All right, let's feed these guys and girls real quickly whilst we're here. Okay, let's put some food here. This is what I do every morning before I go to work. So if I leave to work at 5, usually, you know, whatever, I'll be up at like 3:30 doing this. From 3:30 to 4 is when I'm feeding the fish. Then I had to walk the dog, you know. And once I finish walking the dog, I come in, I drink some Coca-Cola usually, because that's like literally what I do. And that gets me going. And then I leave to work and I drive to work. So it's another pair of angels, more angels, lots of angels. So let's feed these guys and girls real quickly. Gotta open this lid. So that's the one thing I don't like about lids, is that you gotta open them. But I do like that they keep my room nice and less humid. So you guys can see how much I feed. I don't feed a lot. There's only 2 fish, so it's like a few pellets of food twice a day, generally. There are times when they get fed 3 times, and there are times when they get fed once. They usually get anywhere between 1 to 3 times, but on an average day, they would get 2 feedings, you know. So okay, so that's that room done. Give you another look at the room real quickly. Okay, so this is room number 2. These tanks should be numbered. They will be soon. I just haven't gone around to it. There's going to be brand new tanks in these racks. The tanks are actually inside my truck. They're already populating my seats in my truck, so I need to pull them out tomorrow morning, put them into place, and then go back to the pet store to pick up more tanks. So again, Brampton Big Al's, you guys can go and buy my fish at Brampton Big Al's. That's our Canada flag upstairs. Beautiful, gorgeous. Mwah! I love her. It's my Canada flag. Got one inside the house, just cause, you know. This is room number 3, and so we got a lot of fish in these tanks as well, but not as much as the other tanks. So let's look around real quickly. Got a pair of wild discus here. Okay, let's try to bring this guy up a little bit. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. All right, I really like this pair. So they're called like a red alenker or whatever it is. It's difficult to pronounce these weird names, but they're really nice. They are wild fish. They're a little shy, I have really nice pictures of them. They seem to like music. It's really odd because if I were to play music, they would come up to the front and kind of like look around and stuff, which is cool, right? So I actually have videos of them like swimming about, and I've taken really good pictures of them. But if I just walk into the room, they kind of go into the back and hide, like how they're doing right now. So it's not much I can do about that. But really nice pair. Moving around, we got some platinum pearl scales. Uh, I mean, okay, that's a good question. Okay, let me get that real quick. Michael Shaw has a really good question there. Would angels benefit from either having a plastic sheet divider or isolate a pair from seeing the other pairs? Now, yes and no. I find that when they have babies, it is definitely beneficial to not see other pairs because it freaks them out quite a bit. Especially like wild fish. They don't want that. They want to have their own space. They want to be isolated. That makes more sense. Especially if you're breeding ultims and stuff, I would say, yeah, for sure, for sure. But when you're housing many pairs next to each other, there are advantages of them being able to see the other pairs because then it reduces the aggression from the male towards the female, for example, because he's also competing with the male next door. I find that to be quite beneficial in my scenario here. There are no dividers. I let the algae grow so they can see the other fish, but not as well. So there's some tinting almost, but I find that it's beneficial that they can see the other fish to some degree, um, both angels and discus, because if they can't see the other fish, then all the aggression from the male tends to go towards the female, which seems to be difficult for the female to bear, especially when she's not breeding regularly. So when females, as they get older and they don't breed as regularly as they do when they're younger, it becomes problematic. So long term, I find that complete isolation is not ideal. But it also depends on the type of fish, the pair, the individual pair. Some pairs are better by themselves. You just leave them alone and they just do their thing. They don't want to see other fish. They don't want anything to do with other fish, right? So that also happens. But generally, I find value in having some visibility between the tanks. But that's just me. A lot of breeders like to completely cover it up, but then there's some breeders that don't. And again, it's I think it's also preference for the person, but I find value in it. So that's why I don't cover them up, because I find that when I don't cover it up, when my female is not breeding, especially when she has laid eggs and I've taken the plate out, and the female is vulnerable to the aggression from the male, and she has no chips, I guess, in her hand at that moment because she's not gravid, she has nothing to offer. So he tends to bully her too much at that point. So at that time, when the other tank, there's a male visible, it seems to take his vision away from her to a large degree, and he attacks the other male through the glass as much as possible, trying to get him out from his territory. So that seems to reduce the aggression towards her. So that's very helpful for me personally. So that's my take. Um, I don't know if that helps or not, but the other five are doing it. Female tiger, turquoise, dye, and I mean, again, discus are quite finicky fish. It's odd. I think it's bacterial incompatibility. That's what kills them. I was talking with Michael earlier today, which is Fish Easy, and he's not live streaming today. That's why I'm live streaming. So I said one of us has to do it on Fridays. You know what I mean? Like prime time. You know what I mean? Like, but he's definitely usually the one that does it on Fridays at this time because most of the time I'll be working on Fridays late. But the days I do have off, I will probably also do live streams. I got a new tripod, so I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So I can actually do that on my phone right now. Stable conditions. Uh, yeah, I have angels in my pleco colonies right now. So, right here. And they're fine. They live in different parts of the world. You know what I mean? Like, you can almost imagine, Princess, not right now, okay? You can almost imagine that the plecos live in a different plane. Member for 19 months. Wow, that's amazing, bud. Thank you for being a member for 19 months. I hope it's worth it. Is it worth it? You tell me. I was actually talking to him earlier. Congratulations, by the way, Nonstop Aquatics. I want to congratulate you for getting your new fish house. So he's moving into a larger space, and he's expanding on his fish room. He got a central air system. So just wanted to give a huge shout out to Nonstop Aquatics. He's a member of the channel for 19 months, and I think I have been such a bad influence on him because he's moving into a brand new fish house this month. So it's already in the process of moving, and there's some tanks already there, and super cool. Thank you, Kenneth, and Fishy Mike. And yes, yeah, super congratulations. What's going on, Cole? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, like Obama. I don't even actually like Obama that much. I mean, I used to like him, but not all that much now. How many air pumps do I have running? So I have 2 upstairs, 1 in the living room, and 1 in the basement. So 4 in total. We'll look at all of them too, actually. 1 is right behind me, right here. There's 1 right there. So that runs this room and the room that we're about to see next door, which I'm not going to feed actually because it's a little more complicated to feed the Zetas. And I don't feed them in the morning. I only feed them once a day at night when I come home. Okay, so moving around, let's feed all the fish in here. I just fed the wild discus, which we just looked at. There they are. They haven't been eating. They'll eat in a bit. You gotta feed these guys. I mean, I've done a water change in here a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday. The tank is mucky already. I don't know what to say about this thing. So, I think I need a bigger filter. Some platinum pearl scales. That's like 2 days of algae growth on that tank. Same here too. I did the glass on this a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. So, but yeah. So let's feed these guys and girls. Got some more platinum angels. Yeah. And I got my hyper ancestrals in here, L399s. They're really nice fish, pretty big, pretty happy fish. They breed when they feel like it, a couple times a year. And yeah, so they're a pretty good combination. They do pretty well together. Very good dither fish, angelfish. Moving around the room, we got a pair of albino dantums. So there they are. Got some guppies and our L15 colony. Pretty nice fish. Actually, really nice fish. Bro, how many hours are you lights on? I have mine on 12. I don't have that much algae. 6 hours actually. But some of these tanks, there's a lot of food going in, and the filters are not like it's just a small sponge filter. Like that tank we just looked at that had the algae growth on. There was not a lot of fish in there until a couple of days ago, until I moved those angels in there, and so the tank was not prepared to handle the additional bioload of all these new fish. We did have some eggs, but we're not successful yet. But we are expecting eggs in the next couple of days, especially not from this pair, from the other pair that we just saw in the other tank. So hopefully it will be successful in the coming weeks, God willing. Okay, so real quickly, if I can get you guys to focus down below. Okay, trying to maneuver this tripod thingamajiggy. Okay, this is not ideal, this tripod. Well, it is ideal, but it just shakes quite a bit. There we go. Alright. So we got some pairs of discus down here. There's a pair of discus here. We'll look at some of their babies. I just threw some food for them. I need to reset their filter. It's come off from the wall. And they are wild pair, very nice. Again, red Alencurs, and very beautiful coloration, very pretty fish. They're in spawning mode. They just had babies. I think they have babies on the cone, but it was a small batch, so they might have eaten them. They tend to like prefer larger batches. I think just like myself. If the batch is like under like 5, 10 fish, they tend to like eat them and then just lay another batch. So I think they're gonna lay eggs in the next couple of days again. I will look at some of their babies. I have about 100 plus babies downstairs, more than 150 actually, from them. There's another pair of discus, same type, red Alencurs. Rice fish on Kijiji. Yeah, they're nice rice fish. This pair is quite nice also. Okay, Coin Silver says, I'm located in Eastern Ontario and looking to build a rack system. Want to get some Merdeka rice fish, but having hard time locating any in the GTA. Have you seen any? They're not. You're not gonna find them in stores per se. You're gonna find them online, like on Kijiji definitely, and also you can probably buy eggs overseas. So look on eBay. That's gonna be your best bet. I'm not endorsing any particular person because there are a lot of scammers on eBay, but that's where you would find eggs. So we do have our Apitanos in this tank right now, but I do have a tank ready for them downstairs, so they will be moving. But currently the Apitanos are in this tank, so we are feeding them right now. It's quite small for them, but it is where they've been housed for the last 7, 8 months since we moved, and now they're gonna get their own tank. And my dog wants to photobomb. Okay, honey. Okay, give me that. Thank you. Okay, so that's those fish in there. Moving around, we got some angels. I really like this group here. Did really well here. Some really nice coloration, some good quality fish, and we're gonna feed them. Okay, there we go. Had to get my dog out of the way. There we go. Let's give them some Discus D50. What's going on, Marcy? What's going on, Alacomix? You know what, bud? I was actually going to this weekend, but we're busy this weekend, but I would definitely want to do that ASAP. What's your name at the store? So like I can come and find you, or who's the manager? Who should I look for? Who should I ask for? Who's the name of the manager that I should ask for? And contact, you know, because we already sell to Big Al's Scarborough and Big Al's Brampton, and also we've already sold to Big Al's in North York, and they are planning on making another purchase. So that's one of our new customers. So 3 Big Al's, and you guys would be the 4th Big Al's that we're supplying to, and that would be awesome. So super looking forward to that. Very nice, Marcy. Alexander, the managers are Dan, Chris, and Kayla. Okay, there we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Alexander. We're definitely gonna come meet you, and we will definitely make this work because, hey, relax. I'll come. My dog wants to go outside. I definitely like selling to Big Al's. I believe in the Big Al's model. You know, they supply good quality fish. You guys always have healthy fish, and also very knowledgeable staff. It's not like other chain stores, and I don't think about the Big Al's as a chain store. That's another thing. Compared to like other stores, like PetSmart and stuff like that sell fish. I think Big Al's is more like a mom and pop store that is a franchise, you know. So, oh, very nice. You guys always in. I've been to your store a couple of times recently. I actually work right by your store. I work at Dixie and Dundas, at the film studio there by the FedEx building, by the FedEx shipping center. Um, so I'm always there at your store, and I sell to the Mississauga Aquarium across the street from you guys. And I wanted to come in and talk to the manager. I've just been busy. But I was actually telling Michael, my fish room partner, who is Fish Easy, we should go and talk to the managers at Big Al's. So Dan, Chris, and Kayla. Oh, my phone's up here, so I need to remember that. And I'll definitely come and contact you guys, and we'll have some fun, definitely. Um, so I have my remaining Altum here. So I lost two Altums in the last month, which is kind of crazy. So I had a pair in this tank, um, and one day I medicated all my fish with Prazi because we thought we had, some disease outbreaks, which actually didn't. It was just a freak scare, but I didn't want to take a chance, so I medicated everyone. Um, and the next morning, the female Altum died on me. That's the male. He's in the corner over there. Kind of see it. Um, it's kind of scared of me, so it's kind of like not coming out to eat. I'm gonna try to back up a bit, see if he's gonna come out. Um, they definitely don't like to be alone. You know, he was a lot more active when she was in the tank. Now, if I'm near the tank, he would not come near the tank. So I'm gonna leave them be. But yeah, I'm not gonna feed any other fish out here. So let's move downstairs. But essentially, one thing I've learned in the last 2 months is you can never leave Alton by themselves. So I'm definitely gonna take that fish out and put it with some other fish in a community setting because it does not do well alone. And I've witnessed that quite a bit now. So, oh, right, that's what I was supposed to do. Get some fish food. Completely forgot about the brine shrimp. Okay, so I put the air back on. Actually, I'll feed the brine shrimp for the babies after. You guys don't need to see that. That's something you already know, and Michael talks about this all the time, so you guys can watch Michael's Fish Easy's live stream to learn about how to use brine shrimp and do all that good jazz. Because otherwise, the stream is going to go on forever. Okay, we're going downstairs, second floor. And my dog is like full on following me like a stalker. She's like right behind me. What's going on, Joshua? Okay, so we got more angelfish down here. There we go. Lots of angelfish. A lot more angelfish over here. And more angelfish over here. Now, if you want to buy any of these fish, you all know already where to go. Big Al's Brampton, Tails and Scales, and Aquatropics, which is at 473D Rogers Road, downtown Toronto. And also Big Al Scarborough. Okay, so these guys are all getting Basileir right now. We're assuming that I have to go to work in an hour. So just gonna quickly feed everyone. Everybody gets like about a teaspoon of Basileir. Some tanks a little bit more, some tanks a little bit less, depending on the stocking density. Usually about a teaspoon, twice a day, for the most part. There's days that they get 3 times, there's days that they only get 1 time. Okay, so you saw that. There we go. Real quickly look at everyone eating. Into 3 plecos, yeah. I have a lot of plecos breeding upstairs also. We are going to work a lot with plecos in the coming months. I just, the pleco tanks are not all set up yet, so there's not a lot to see there. But that's going to be a big thing coming up. We're also setting up a brand new Corridoras breeding rack. We have super cool Corridora species So that's coming up soon. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, and share with your friends and other fish freaks. Uh, thank you so much. And so we have some other tetras down here. So this is where the apitanos are eventually going to go in the next couple of days. So I'm going to have them brought down here and populating this tank for future breeding. Okay, moving around. Okay, what happened over there? That's kind of funky. Okay, we have our Ultims. They're looking very nice. Um, very nice, Sandy. Congratulations, by the way. Big congratulations to Sandy Diamond. Okay, so these are our new Ultims that just came in. We had 8. I did lose one. Pretty ashamed of it, but they're not the easiest fish to keep alive. We managed to save these guys, and they're doing well. Everybody's eating and doing well. So let's feed them real quickly without spooking them and freaking them out. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys can see them. Okay, right now we're feeding Discus Food Grand Champion. They actually quite like this food. It's pretty weird because they're wild fish. They've never seen discus food in their whole life. But look, get super excited for that discus food. They should pay me for that. But obviously a lot of food does get wasted. The fish basically eats whatever is falling in front of them. They don't seem to go for anything that's fallen past their peripheral vision. So anything that's past where they are in the water column does not seem to be desired. So they don't eat anything that's below them. Anything above them, they eat. So that's an issue that you're going to encounter with wild Ultims. That it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge to feed when it comes down to it. Just that one factor. So they are eating, so I'm going to try and feed a little bit more. So I do like to get these guys fattened up a bit. So come on, Davis. I'm also walking very slowly near to the tank. And not trying to spook anybody out. Okay. A lot of food just got wasted, but it's okay. I have a lot of placos in there that are gonna clean up after the leftovers. Okay, so that's about it for those guys. We have a lot of angels to feed, so if I be going to work, I'll be feeding these guys real quickly. There's angels down there. There's also angels down there. So a real fun story about these angels down here. These are offspring of an angelfish that Sandy Diamond sent me, and the fish that I bred that she painted for me. So these are the babies. These are some of the babies. These are also some of the babies from that pair. So you can see quite nice red fish. And so now I'm going to selectively breed these to have full coverage red and send babies back to Sandy Diamond, hopefully from the next upcoming spawns from these. So this is breeding in action, or selective breeding in action. So super cool. And so whilst you guys watch the Ultims, I will feed the rest of the tanks down here real quickly. So again, about a teaspoon of food per tank, more or less. This tank usually gets about a little bit over a teaspoon. This tank gets about a teaspoon and a half. Oh, I'm gonna back up and show you guys something really cool. Okay, have you ever seen a swarm of black rams? Look at this, swarm of black rams. swarm. They go crazy. There's a lot of fish in the tank, so they need a lot of food. But look, they just go nuts. Oh, Nicholas, you have no idea, bro. We go through, so 6 kilos of bacillare seems to last us a little over a month. And that's not just feeding bacillare, that's also feeding like other food, quite a bit of other food. Um, but yeah, so they're done eating, they're done eating. These guys are already done. So we're moving around. Got more angels, obviously. Obviously. Like, what else, right? Can't escape how many angelfish we have in the house. And discus also. You'll see quite a bit of downstairs. Okay, so we're gonna go around and feed everybody real quickly. Because I don't want to spend a huge amount of time up here. And, you know, I want to also answer questions and stuff. Alright. So these guys get about a half a teaspoon, no, more, less than a half a teaspoon. A little less, about a third a teaspoon per tank. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, depending on how I feel, how they're looking, how their tummies are looking, if they look hungry. Sometimes they look hungrier. There's also plecos in the tank, so you gotta consider those as well. That's some super red babies. Everybody's getting bacillare right now just because it's easy. If I'm going to work in the morning, it's basically bacillare for everyone. I'm not opening several cans of food at 5:30, 4:30 in the morning, or 3:30 in the morning. You know, sometimes I'm up 3:30 in the morning feeding these guys and girls, so I'm not trying to go through 4 different cans of food. I'm just opening 1 can of food, feeding everybody, and I'm out, you know? So, everybody just got bacillars. Let's look at everyone quickly. Okay. Oh, I got new mic actually. I just haven't set it up, but it will be up and running soon. But yes, that's definitely a good idea. So these are red caps. Again, really nice quality. You probably remember seeing the mom and dad upstairs. These are babies of that pair. So really good quality fish. The red kois that are from the fish that Sandy sent across to my fish. Um, and more red kois that came out of that. Some sunsets also. Some blues. Some platinum pearl scales. More platinum pearl scales. Lots of platinum pearl scales. These are really nice. I really like these ones. One of my favorite fish. Okay. All right. So that's that rack. And turning around, there's more fish, which we will feed real quickly. And there's also our shrimp tanks. And this is Princess Peach. She wants her debut. She's like, yeah, get me on camera. There we go. You're on camera. You gonna say something? What you gotta say? You're thinking about it. You can say something. No? Okay. Alright, moving around. Got some more fish. Got our snow pandas here. Snow panda cories. They're really pretty. They did breed, but I didn't see any eggs. The eggs, they're good at hiding their eggs. These guys are masters of egg hiding. So we will see what hatches. But they are setting up. We are setting up a new rack system for them in the basement, where we can breed corridors exclusively on those tanks, or in those tanks. So that's coming soon. Okay. So more angelfish, nice red caps. Some fish I selected actually just to grow out. And some black rams. Really nice quality. good amount. Moving around. So all these discus are all babies of the pair we just looked at upstairs, that wild pair, if you guys remember. So there's 5 tanks full of babies. There's that tank. There's fish in this tank. There's this tank. There's this tank. And there's a whole bunch of little ones in this tank. So it's a very prolific pair. They're really good parents. And very nice. So really like them. So let's feed these guys and girls real quickly. Plus, there's also rams in here. I'm trying to turn. Actually, let me try to turn the lights on. There we go. Okay, we got the lights on. There we go. Now we're in business. Now it's a party. Okay, so let's feed everyone real quickly. So these rams get about a quarter teaspoon of Basileir twice a day to 3 times a day. Usually 3 times. I try to do baby fish 3 times. Sometimes, if I'm working, it's only 2 times. It all depends, It all depends on the work. But on average, 2 times, 3 times. Okay, I'm also feeding the discus that are on top real quickly. Okay, princess, move. Move. Thank you. Okay, let's look at some of the discus eating. No, she wants to go outside. Like I've already put her out in the back earlier, but she just wants to go out. She's just trying to go out. She's trying to get my attention. She can wait. Okay, so you guys already seen the rams. And this is where I took the picture from for the thumbnail. So that's that picture right there. There is 27 tanks here, up and running. In this row, this rack. This is called our F rack. This whole thing is the F rack. And that's the H rack, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks running across here. These tanks are moving out of here. And then also this stuff here is getting repositioned, and it's going to look much nicer once it's done. But that's so far the progress in this section of the house. So now we are going into the basement because I want to finish this video real quickly. I'm already tired. I've been working down here all day. Okay, let me get the lights on for you guys and girls. I don't know why, but I turned the timer off, and I made sure that the lights did not go off, but it did. Okay. Here we are in the basement, and let me turn the camera around, show you guys around. Shh. So we have. What's going on, Sri Ram? Would you say a 25-gallon or a 40 breeder is better for growing out those 5 discus I got from you, bro? 40 breeder. Bigger is better. 40 breeder, definitely 40 breeder. Thank you, Sandy. I think I got a lot done in the last few weeks. Because I was home, and so we're gonna go around quickly and look at everyone, but I want to show you some guys, so you guys and girls, some highlights. The X marks the spot. That's because there's babies in the tank. So let's look at those real quickly here. So very nice pairing here. We got our Marlboro red female. She's hosting some babies on her. What's going on, Sandy Dorothy? Hope you're having a good time at work, and hope you're enjoying the video. And thank you again, Sandy Diamond. Thank you, Joe. Uh, yeah, I just fed the baby discus. You guys saw that, right? Okay, so these are other baby discus. Now, these don't need to be fed, but I do feed them. I feed them live baby brine shrimp, but they're also eaten on mom. Now, something you might notice, there are no babies on dad. Okay? Where's dad? Dad is right here. No babies. Why is that? Dad doesn't seem to be producing any food. So that's a common problem with these white discus. When they're this type of coloration, they produce very little to no food on their skin. They can't get black. They don't produce the black food that the babies need. Therefore, if you are going to breed these white ones, you are going to have some form of way to feed them, which is usually using another pair or using paste food or something like that, which is a lot difficult. We are quite lucky because we have a red female, Marlboro Red, that paired up with him. That's going to produce some really nice quality fish together, but also she's able to feed them. And there's this one baby looking for food on dad. I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's right there. It's like, oh, there's some food right there. What's going on, Night Owl? Um, like, there's very little food on dad. Like, all the red parts will have a little bits of food, but the white parts don't seem to have. Oh, very nice. I'm glad you didn't have any losses, Nicholas. I'm glad my videos helped. But yes, that's something to keep in mind pretty regularly, pH crashes. So, I'm pretty happy about this pair here. We have another wild pair. Female that had a bacterial infection, I think, and she's recovering. She's been medicated. She's looking much better today. And she's doing well. And hopefully make a full recovery in the next couple of days. Got another pair of wild fish here. Very nice, high quality. These are all from, I believe, Santarem discus. That's the source. So these are the Santarem red, or Alencar red, I guess is the type. It's very nice fish. So very happy about this pair as well. These fish belong to, as well as a lot of all the wild fish we looked at, all belong to Pleco Fever, who is on vacation right now. So I'm keeping them and they're breeding for us here. So super happy to have them and super excited to have babies from these guys and girls. These have not bred yet, but expecting spawns very soon. Moving about, got another giant tank full of angelfish and black rams. So got a whole bunch. I'm not gonna feed any of these guys right now because there's a few different things I have to do down here before I finish feeding. So I'm just gonna show these guys and then I'm gonna end the video. But black rams, angelfish, super cool, super exciting. If anybody wants these black rams, you can get them at Tails and Scales, which is at Dundas Street West here in Toronto. Go and ask for fish from Aqua Malik and Fish Easy or aquarium.biz. Okay, so super cool, very nice. Also angelfish. Also Brampton Big L's has these angelfish. Okay, got a pair of discus fish here with eggs. So there's the eggs. I like to see them, so I turned it a little bit so I can see them. Doing well so far. They're gonna hatch tomorrow. They were laid 48 hours ago. It's mom and dad. Doing well. Moving around. Now got our giant eruption. So this guy is a Penang eruption male. The female is the one down below being medicated. So look at his size. He's a massive fish. So really excited to get him breeding. And these fish are like 4.5 inches. These baby fish. So they're not small either. Look how big he is comparatively. Yes, that's our website, aquarium.biz. Check it out. You know, give us some feedback. Really like to know what you guys think. Use the cool functions on the website. So 4 inch, 4.5 inch fish. Giant 7-inch fish. Big giant fish. I really like this one. Hopefully he breeds for us very soon. Got some plecos down here. These are L199 yellow zebras. These are the gold line. Really nice babies. Growing out. Quite a bit of them, but they're all hiding. Um, they just laid eggs actually. I know Fish Easy's watching, so I want to update him real quickly. There's a new batch of eggs in here. Really excited. Thanks, Sheller Aquatics. What's going on, Scaper? Hope you have a great Friday, bud. Okay, so these pair just laid, so I'm not going to stress them too much. Our red rose pair out in the back. She's doing really nice. Really happy. They were not feeling too well a bit earlier, but they seem like they're feeling much better now. So really happy. Moving around. This is a treat. Now these fish are a treat. So these are Thorictis maculopinus, which is a spot cheek or a rainbow firemouth. Very, very beautiful fish. And we have about 250 fish in here. And the parents are upstairs. I forgot to show you those. I don't know how I missed that. But the parents are gorgeous. And they also have a new batch. If you do want these, we can do really good deals on large orders. Brampton Big Al's exclusively has a bunch right now available for sale. As well, we also sell in groups of like 8-10 fish or more. We can do good deals, so let us know. Super exciting to have these bred in Toronto. Rare Central American, Mexican cichlid. Very cool fish, and they're really pretty. It's a firemouth also, and these are young babies, so we are selling them at this size. We have our blue rim, blue face discus group here. So these were bred here. Not every single fish, but almost every fish in this tank was bred by Fish Easy. This one up top and the big guy at the bottom there were fish that we purchased, but everybody else was bred by Fish Easy at aquarium.biz and Fish Easy. So super cool. I really like this group. They're very nice fish. They're just a little skittish right now. So they're blue rim, red discus, and they also have a blue face. Super cool fish. Moving around, we got a tank full of angelfish again. Some of these are being sold tomorrow. A lot of these fish are bound to the pet store in the coming weeks. You can see the quality on our red kois and the red caps that we're producing. Very nice high grade orangey red, not some cheapy grade. I think the food plays a huge role in it, as well as the genetics. So really nice red angelfish and some black rams. These are actually our breeder females, future breeder females that we're kind of holding back. And right above, we also have more discus. These guys are for sale. So contact aquarium.biz for pricing. These are 2.5 inch red Alencurs. Really pretty. Gorgeous fish. And turning around, we got some more fish. A lot of the fish in here are sold. You can find these blue and red turquoise discus at Brampton Big Al's. They are currently available at Brampton Big Al, so if you go there, you can find these exact fish. Yeah, so that's why tank's kind of empty. Moving down below, we got more discus. Some red Alencurs. This is what a red Alencur looks like as they grow. Look how pretty they are. Gorgeous fish. So these are fish produced by Fish Easy, Michael. Also some turquoise and some tiger turquoise, some ring leopards. Really nice fish. This group is very nice. So these fish are going over to Fish Easy. That's Amy. That's actually a blue rimmed blue face, red, female. That just doesn't have color right now, but she's gorgeous fish. She's older. She can still breed, so we're gonna try and breed her again. Um, then another red alenker, really nice. Another red alenker, again, really nice fish. Really high quality discus. I'm very happy with the quality of the fish that we raise and produce at our facility. Um, moving around, show you guys a treat. These are our red turquoise. Um, again, really high quality fish. Very nice. Good coloration, good body conformation, good active fish. You know, comes up, begs for food, eats like readily, follows your hand around. Very friendly. You know, and these guys are about six months, 7 months old now. They're from July of last year, so very high quality fish. You see the size already. So we're gonna probably end up keeping a couple of these, but a lot of these will be available as pairs or as groups of 6 fish. So if you do want some of these, let me know. I know Jonathan has some of these, Josh has some of these, and also Bill out in London has some of these exact fish from us. So we have given some of these fish out already. Super happy about this group here. Really thankful to God for the quality of the fish that we have here. And turning around, we also have more fish. These guys are a little younger than the ones we just looked at by about 3 months. And again, really nice color, very good body conformation, super high quality, very good, exceptionally high grade fish. Super happy. So there we go. Come on, there we go. Everybody's hungry. Okay, down below we got more discus. These are red alenkers mostly. There are some turquoise as well. So let's look at those real quickly. Okay, the floor is uneven there. Okay, there we go. And some black rams. So these are black rams. They're larger pairs. They're young. They're about 5 months old maybe, but they're big. So some of these we can sell as pairs. If you're on our waiting list, you're probably getting some of these. We're also going to keep a bunch of these for ourselves to breed with. Very nice quality black rams and some younger discus that we're growing out. Very nice. And moving around, we have a German ram grow out tank. We've sold a lot of the fish in this tank. This tank was very full. We sold quite a bit, but there's still quite a bit left. You can see them all coming up for food, and so we are going to, once these ones are sold in the next couple of days, we will bring the fish that we saw upstairs and move them to this tank. That's a really pretty view. I've taken some good pictures from this fish here. But yeah, so we're gonna put some new rams in here to grow out. So moving around, we're gonna go and look at Bob and our new fish that we have in quarantine, and all the angel fish we have up here. If I can get the lights going, there we go. Oh, Alexa's working. I forgot. I had Alexa wasn't working for a couple of days, so now I forgot that she was back up and running. So we have another tank full of angel fish. Again, these guys are all being sold in the next couple of days, 2 weeks. We're not keeping any of these. All bound to pet stores. You can find these at various pet stores here in Toronto. These guys are probably going to end up at Scarborough Big Al's. Yeah, so that's what we got going on there. There's Bob. Bob is our soft shell turtle. He's a Chinese soft shell. He's big. He's very big. And these are Bob's friends that Bob occasionally eats. But the angelfish seem to be really fast, and Bob has a difficult time catching them. And he also does not like swallowing down angelfish because they seem to irritate him. So he seems to leave these ones alone, but he still sometimes eats them. So that's what's going on there. And that's our pet, Bob. I really like Bob. Bob is like one of my favorite animals. And he's very mean and he tries to bite me. Now, the last tank we're going to look at is our quarantine tank here with our gold or red laser corridoras, which are these guys right here. That's a CW023. We have a breeding group of 13 fish. They've already bred. And we also have some Corridoras equus. We also have 13 of those guys and girls. I believe there's 12 or 13. I haven't counted. I got them from my friend Jason at the Six Aquatics. And so they're all being held here in this tank in the basement for quarantine while we set up the new Corridoras breeding rack, which is going to be mostly situated here. And so that's going to be the new project for this month that we're doing, and for next month most likely, because it's going to take us a few days to get this completed whilst having full-time jobs. All right, so that is the video of all the tanks that we have in the house and all the fishes and what I do to feed everybody. So this took a lot longer than what it usually takes. It took about an hour and 15 minutes so far. Usually I feed the whole house in about 30 minutes, a little under, a little over, usually about 30 minutes on average. Um, and that is every fish tank in the house, excluding the two Zebra Placo tanks and the L236 tank, which usually I only feed at night when I come home from work. Uh, um, so that happens twice a day or 3 times a day. So it's about an hour to an hour and a half of my time every day just to feed the fish in this house. And in terms of water changes, I've timed, if I were to do every tank in each floor, the top floor takes about 3 hours to do the 3 rooms, excluding my bedroom, which doesn't take a lot longer if I were to do the bedroom also. So it's about 3.5 to 4 hours if I were to do all 4 rooms. Uh, the living room takes about 3 hours the total by myself, and the basement takes almost 3 hours to do. So that's 6 plus 4, 10 hours of water changes in total if I were to do all the tanks in the whole house in one go. And I've timed myself to do that, and I've had to do that a couple of times now, and it's not fun, but it is okay. And good night, Fish Easy, and yes, thank you so much for joining. And good night, Fishy Mike. Thank you. Yes, please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for joining. And I'm really sorry that I haven't live streamed in the last few weeks. There's a lot going on, and mostly I'm just trying to get everything up and running, and I feel pretty good now that things are where they are and we're in a good place. There's still a lot of work to be done, but as you can see, at least the tanks for the most part are up and running. The air systems are up and running, and things are working pretty smoothly. um, there's no random accidental deaths and stuff like that. Fish just perishing, like, something I always want to avoid. So that's something I'm happy about. We didn't have an issue with that to begin with, but I'm happy that that's not an issue right now either. And pretty happy where things are. So thank you so much for everybody that's sticking through this whole time, and all the channel members that have stayed through. Thank you so much. And for anybody that wants to join, it's worth it. I'll get you guys onto the chat group. I will be more active on there as well. What's going on, Steven? Oh, you're like an hour and a half late, but thank you for being here. But you know, but it is fun to have people on the chat, and I believe that they are getting value through asking questions and stuff like that, and having instant access, especially the breeder level members that have one-on-one access. So having said that, I am considering to remove the member section, but if we are going to do more work like this, then maybe we'll keep it on. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided. I'll ask we'll talk about that on the group chat. How about that? You know what I mean? So thank you so much, everyone. Uh, Oscar, I haven't seen you in a while, but I haven't been on live in a while either. Uh, yes, please watch the replay, and thank you so much for joining. I love each and every one of you, and thank you so much. Hope everybody has a great Friday, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much. And there will be a a together live stream between myself and Fish Easy. And there will always probably be a Friday live stream from one of us. Most likely it's going to be Fish Easy because I'll probably be working late Fridays. But if I am home early and I have the energy, I will probably try to live stream as well. 2023 is going to be quite busy for me in terms of work. I'm just trying to catch up on a lot of things. And Fridays are going to most likely be long days for me. But if I am home, I will do my best to also live stream. But Fish Easy, I think, will have the regular Friday live streams, and I'll try to live stream on the Sundays. And we'll also have more recorded videos coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much. I love you all. God bless you. No, my pleasure, Scott. God bless you. I'll see you soon, okay? Bye.